Okay, everyone, this is Dr. Bagley. All right, I want to take time to talk to you guys. Today, I want to talk to you about the idea of being alone. Okay? Being alone, by the word alone, the definition of alone is the isolation from someone or something in this context. Being isolated or separated from. And when you're isolated from someone or something, then that emotion kicks in, which is a hormone, and that hormone and that emotion comes in, and then it will play a part on your psyche as well as your physical, and that's not good. All right, so here's I'm gonna give you 3 examples of how to get out of alone, or the situation of how to get out of alone, and then we'll see and go from there. Okay, I'm just trying to I got notes, but I think I will cover it all. All right, so you know what alone is. What is it that you're segregating or separating yourself from? The simplest term that I can give you is compatibility. When a person feels alone, they're just simply feeling that they're not being inclusive, and that including part is I'm not part of that. I'm not compatible. Okay, give you an example. When I was in school, being in school, there was no time for dating because, and I wasn't alone. I didn't feel alone because I was with other people and we all were doing the same thing. We were compatible in doing the various things. I wasn't alone when I was deployed in the military because I was with a group of guys and we all had compatibility in doing this thing. And so people tend not to feel alone when they're in school, when they're active in a club, when they're active, not going out to a club, I'm talking about a membership type club, when they're very active with other people who, by the way, is compatible to what you like. So if you feel alone in one sense, find what you like to do and find other people who like what you like and participate in that position, and that position will help you with your loneliness, because again, it's isolating from that compatibility. And if you find somebody who likes music, if you find somebody who likes cooking, whatever, find other people who likes what you like, participate in that, and that aloneness will go away. Okay, because you're compatible and there's an inclusion in that. Okay, now when I'm out of school, I tend to get alone. Now, why do I tend to get alone? Is because I'm isolated from the very things that I was part of when I was in school. I'm no longer part of that. And so because I'm now isolated, I do feel alone. Well, if you typically, when you finish school, then yes, you're alone. And I'm single, and being single and I'm alone, I need to find other people to participate in that. Now, the older we get, there's only so much you can do with participating in a club or events or whatever those hobbies are, because you have to work, and sometimes when you're at work, there's really no one I want to be with, and so I'm alone, and we are compatible because we're all trying to make money, but outside of making money, there's really no other compatibilities. And so now I would try to then find a relationship. But in this context, what are we trying to find? A relationship. We're trying to typically find a relationship thinking that if I get a person to be in my life, that's going to fulfill that gap called loneliness. And I'm here to tell you, out of 20 plus years, it will not. What a relationship is based off of is, yes, part of an aloneness. I feel alone, but ultimately when you put all of that stuff, titles and everything, push it aside, there's one word that all you need in trying to find a relationship. That's compatibility. Sex, if you're trying to attract me and using your physical component of yourselves in a sexual position, we are compatible because you're using sex and I'm horny, and that's compatible. I'm horny, you're sexy, you like me, I like you, we can get together. But that's sexuality, that's a compatibility. And a lot of times, ladies, I'm sorry to say, a lot of times sexuality will get a person in your life, but it will never, ever keep a person in your life. Okay? What you have to find is compatibility. Let me explain. Let's assume that a person does attract and the two get together, and let's knock out sexuality, and they're very compatible. Not the fact that they have good sex, that's not the point. They're compatible because when she wants it, he's willing to please. When he wants it, she's willing to please. That's compatible. Not the fact that you have 40 minutes or however long and it was just good and that was one event. But then in the morning you say, hey, can we do it again? And if your partner say, no, I'm tired, or I got to go to work. That's not compatible. What I'm talking about compatibility is I'm willing to please you and you're willing to please me. That's compatibility. Okay. Once you get past that position, the second point is finances. Compatibility in finances is we have a budget. I have money, you have money. I don't care who makes more money or not, it's irrelevant. The fact that we have a budget and we're going to contribute our money, put it together, we're going to have one account in the bank for just all our bills. And then we're going to have two more accounts, one for you and one for me. That whatever we decide to put into that account, in your account, you can spend it however you see fit, but that is the budget for that account, you, and this is the budget for the account, me. So you got bills, you and me. And then you got another account that neither one of us is going to touch because it's savings, investments, and we're saving up for a trip and so on and so forth. Okay. Compatibility in finances is we are going to work together towards a common goal. It is not my money, it's not your money, it's our money, and our money is going to be divided up this way, for the benefit of the goal. Pay bills, we have allowances, save for our future, and whatever else we decide we want to do. Okay? Non-compatible is this is my money, your money is my money. Or this is my money, that's your money. You pay money, you pay the bills, I pay the bills. But this is still my money, that's your money. If you find somebody like that, or you're with someone like that, that's not compatible. And I know you're frustrated. And if you now add that finances aspect of non-compatible, and you add in the fact of sexuality, which is non-compatible, then it's just a matter of time, because those are the two top, sexuality, finances, the two top reasons people separate and divorce. Okay. The third part of compatibility in a relationship is lifestyle. Are you family oriented? Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Are you about your career and I'm about my career? And you know what I mean? Lifestyle, okay? Sometimes people are content with the $100,000 house while another person may be not content and want a $1 million house. The $1 million house person may get frustrated with the $100,000 house person because there's two different comfort zones, there's two different whatever. It's not compatible, and therefore the lifestyle is going to be a strain because it's not compatible within that relationship. Okay. So very quickly, I'm hoping you guys can see I can be with somebody. I can be with somebody, living with somebody. I can be with someone married to someone and still feel alone. I feel alone not because that person is not there in my life. I feel alone because there's no compatibility in my life. I would not leave my person that I'm with for no other reasons except for the fact that there's no compatibility. And if I do find someone else who is more compatible, I'm going to leave you. And that goes from a man and a woman, or by however you guys play it. It's relationships is not to fulfill loneliness, the emotion, the hormone, which is emotion. It's all about compatibility. I only talked about the sexual, the financial, and the lifestyle aspect of the compatibility. But in this process, there are more and more things, okay? If you need some references to the idea, and I want to just bring this in here. A man in the areas of compatibility, a woman can fulfill those compatibilities and still, in a man's point of view, and still not have a longevity relationship. Let me explain. A man is a masculine type position. He plays the masculine position. Now, what does masculine simply mean? If somebody breaks through a door and I have a family, I'm going to die before that person can hurt my family. That's masculine. A feminine, on the other hand, is a nurturer. But for some reason, ladies, you independent lady, you think being a nurturer is wrong, submissive, weak. Let me help you guys out. Go to a book, the King James Bible, or the Bible. Let's just go to a Bible. Go to Proverbs 31. I want you to go there, ladies. Proverbs 31. There is a mother who's talking to her son about a woman that he needs to marry. Okay? The independent, nurturing, feminine kind of woman is that type of woman that the mother's teaching her son to marry. I'll give you an outline. This type of woman is an entrepreneur. She owns her own business. She considers her own land. She's educated, smart, hardworking, career-minded woman. She also takes care of her body. She goes to the gym, takes care of her body, takes care of herself. She also looks good. She has powerful clothes, sophisticated, elegant type clothing. She doesn't look like a harlot. She doesn't look like a prostitute. Her mouth, what comes out of her mouth is law, meaning she's strong. Okay? She's also kind. She also, besides taking care of herself, she also takes care of her children and her husband. Meaning, when her husband and kids come home, she nurtures them, takes care of them. And when they go to bed, she's still up taking care of her business. Now, I know a lot of you look at that and probably hear this and be like, no way. Well, let me tell you, way. There is nothing wrong with having an independent woman, a strong independent woman, as a man needs a strong independent woman. For an example, if I was getting deployed and I had a family, I need a strong independent woman who can take care of the family while I'm gone. But when I come home, I need a nurturing woman who takes care of the family. You see the point? You women can be independent as far as having your own job, your own profession, your own career. Nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to the family, you're a nurturer. And if you can nurture your kids, if you can nurture your man or partner, I pretty much can guarantee if they're compatible to you and you're compatible to him, if that man, assumingly he's a man, is masculine and you, assuming you're the woman, is feminine, you can be strong, you can be independent, but you can also be nurturing. This is not a competition. We're compatible. And may I say, the two adults is compatible for the raising up of the children. Okay. I want to say that, just putting that out there, just so we have an understanding. Compatibility is one aspect of it, which will take care of the loneliness. If you're single, take care and go out to the club, membership club, and different things to get involved in. And if you're together with somebody compatible and you both go out, and if you start a relationship, you both become the role of a parent in this idea, with the sole purpose of raising a child in the context of a masculine and a feminine position, which is compatible, like night and dark, positive, negative, right? That's compatible. And the other compatibility within sexuality, within finances, within a lifestyle, and so on and so on. All of that you put all that together, that I would say 85% of a relationship, if you can do those things, and you can find that in the other person, which is the hard part, there is no reason why you guys can't have a longevity, long-term relationship, healthy, and so on. But if you don't have that compatibility, if the masculine man is looking for a female and the female is trying to be masculine, it is not going to work. All right, guys? So I hope this helps. Loneliness can be fixed. A person can't fix it, so don't look for a person. Look for what we just talked about, and I think you guys will be fine. All right, guys. This is Dr. Bagley. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. And if you do have anything personally, message me. Don't put it down here. And we'll talk very soon. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.